How's it going, guys? Jim Hall Rebels here. Today we're going to be talking about some fun stuff, some more merch news. Shut the
What? Why did you laugh? He was doing good.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, so?
Sorry.
No, you don't have to restart it. Oh, do you? Today we're going to be talking about some awkward memories in school again. We're going to be talking about Batman. We just saw it.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a dope movie.
About it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna
We
get
won't
into
do
that.
much spoilers. Probably not any spoilers. And then we're gonna.
If we do spoilers, we'll probably have a timestamp so you can skip ahead.
Yeah.
And for you listener only, we're sorry.
And yeah. So we're gonna give a spoilers warning right now.
Yeah.
Possible, not
Possible.
not
Yeah.
We'll let you know before we talk about it.
We'll also talk a bit more about our merchandise that we have going on.
Which
Yeah.
we are excited
Yeah.
to
So-
Yeah.
episode 12.
I thought it was 11.
Is it episode 11 or
I
12?
think it's 11.
Well, we did
God.
the gaming, so that might be confusing.
Did we?
things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Episode 11 or 12.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah, our
episode we're
gaming-
on.
Our
Holy
gaming
crap.
episode is out. Check that out.
Check it
Yeah,
out if
we're
you
gonna
haven't
be
already.
we're gonna be starting that series up. So if you guys want to see more of that, let us know. But
Yeah. We're doing it in 15-minute segments, so
yeah,
it's gonna be
there's gonna be content for you guys
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
every week now. So
Basically.
Yeah.
you don't have
Yeah.
to worry about.
this man right here.
Yep.
Put his heart and soul.
Our
into it.
editor,
Yeah.
the one and only editor, Oquan. He's
bless
the
her
man.
face.
He's the man of the hour.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Quad Paul.
I'll have to look back in the footage anyway,
Ah,
you little asshole.
fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways,
bastard.
so
Hope I don't have to cut it out.
our announcement with our merch is that we finally ordered our test prints.
Yes.
So they are on the way. So once we get those, then we will go from there. But we're gonna be opening up our shop soon, so you guys can have. We have sweaters and shirts.
We have hoodies, 2 hoodies. We got t-shirts in different colors. I think for the t-shirts, there's black, white, navy blue, gray, and then for the hoodies, they're straight black. But 2 different variants. There's one with the school, like the logo on it.
Yeah.
And then there's one with like all 4 of us on it. So you guys have pretty much a variety and options of what to pick from.
You have a choice between a bell or like 4 handsome gentlemen.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we might have new designs later on.
Yes.
We'll see.
But we're gonna once again we can't thank Catherine
Yes.
Magnus enough for
Yes.
the designs.
For her
She designed
talented
that.
artistic work.
So
all
go
the
give
time.
her a look at that. Go give her a look on her page. We'll put it up on the screen.
Follow
Yeah.
her on Instagram.
Yeah, please. You guys ever need any kind of art, graphic design, anything like that? She's your person for that. So I highly recommend you go check her out.
Yep.
Tell her we sent you.
Yep. Tell her the Jim Hall Rebel sent us.
And join the rebellion.
Yes.
Right. Before we get into the awkward moments, like we got to talk about the Batman, like
Yeah.
that.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
For me, what I liked about it, it was like a more realistic tone.
Yeah,
Like
very
it's kind of like
Yeah.
it was kind of like I had someone telling me the same thing. It kind of had like the same like thing with like the Joker movie.
Yeah.
How it was like had its out of the whatever crazy DC comic stuff, but there was like really realistic aspects to it that I really liked. So and like Robert Pattinson did a really good job as the
You know what's,
Batman.
you know what's
Yeah.
funny is like how much doubt was there when it was announced that he was going to play Batman. Like everyone doubted him,
Yeah.
and now that we
Yeah.
finally got to see that he could play Batman, it's like whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
Except this guy.
and I saw something on the internet where it was like he. It took him 14 years. He was a vampire. It took him 14 years to turn into a bat.
Mhm.
He was there for the ladies. Now he's here for the guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
Who knew he's just associated with bats all the time.
Exactly. But-
I have high hopes for this version of Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt
Really
Reeves,
good.
I have faith in him.
I look forward to the second movie.
Yeah,
And the Penguin show they announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot of stuff coming out.
That's gonna be really cool.
Oh, speaking of shows, we got to talk about too the Obi-Wan Kenobi
Oh,
show.
yeah.
coming
Oh,
out.
yeah.
All our Star Wars fans out there,
That's
gonna be
that's gonna be
amazing. I
hype.
can't wait.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that.
Yes.
As soon as they played Duel of the Fates inside the Duel
Yeah.
of the Fates inside the trailer when it was playing, I was like, oh, here we
Battle
go.
of the Heroes was
Yeah,
fun
and
too,
then at the end of the trailer with Darth Vader's breathing in there too.
Yeah.
At the end with it, like,
also the Disney Plus logo with the lightsaber. That was
Yeah,
so
that was
cool.
a
I love that.
man, I have high hopes for this.
Yeah.
But like how they had the Grand Inquisitor in it too, like
It's throwing me off. He doesn't have the yellow eyes.
yeah,
They might fix that later.
Who?
the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in the animated one, right?
Yeah,
Or
Rebels.
Rebels.
He was in the
Yeah.
Rebels.
I didn't see much of the Star Wars animated stuff, honestly.
The
they're
Clone
pretty
Wars, the Clone Wars is amazing. So Rebels
So I've
has
heard.
a slow start, but then it gets good. It's really I
I
like.
mean, Clone Wars did too. I
Yeah,
think season 3 is when it like really picks up. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't watch the anime. Maybe it's just the animation that threw me off. Maybe I'm not a big fan.
no,
of the
because
animation.
you gotta watch it because it gets really in depth of like
Yeah.
the plots that happen on
Yeah.
later on, but yeah, like those. It's gonna be a good year for TV shows and movies.
Yep.
So
that's
Yeah.
for sure.
With
That's true.
with everything that's happening with COVID,
Yeah.
like, no offense,
Yeah.
it's a great time for movies and TV
What do
shows
you-
for entertainment.
What did you guys think of Boba Fett? I don't know.
I
I haven't
haven't
seen it yet.
watched it.
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't even seen the
I-
Mandalorian.
I know. I
yet.
gotta start the Mandalorian too. I haven't started.
Mandalorian's really.
I
good.
haven't started that yet. I gotta
Yeah.
watch the Mandalorian.
See, I gotta admit, I was losing a bit of faith in Star Wars after the sequel trilogy.
Mhm.
But then that shiny Mandalorian came along and it fixed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Mandalorian. Book of Boba Fett is pretty good. I enjoyed the Mandalorian a lot more, I gotta say. But the last couple episodes of Book of Boba Fett, those were great. They
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
made me happy.
Boba Fett also had a really slow start. But,
Yeah,
But after
it's
that,
better
it was
to
good.
binge through it, I'd say.
Yeah.
Something
that's-
about
that's
that
True.
Sandussy.
Boba Fett, Tatooine.
The sand dunes of Tatooine.
Shout out to Ben.
Ben.
And,
Yeah, no, because Ben's always yelling at me to watch the Mandalorian. So
Yeah.
and he fucking loves Boba Fett,
I
man.
remember Catherine was like, "You haven't watched Mandalorian yet?" I was like, "No."
Yeah.
I've been meaning to start it, but like I don't know. I'm not like. Here's the thing. I respect and love the Star Wars world in the franchise. I'm just not like a hardcore. Same thing with even Batman. That's why I really like Batman as a film, because even me going into the film, I'm not like you guys where I'm like, yeah, Batman. Like I know really the story and everything, but like watching it, I was like,
Yeah.
when I think of Batman, sorry, George Clooney, I don't think of that. I think.
The fucking his neck couldn't move and the yeah.
Yeah, for Val Kilmer suit.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare for him wearing a
And,
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton as well. His
Yeah.
neck was off.
The thing is, like what I liked about especially this Batman movie is that the DC live action movies don't fucking usually do well.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
they don't.
Like especially like the Justice League movies and stuff like that. Like
Even Batman versus Superman.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
oh.
was a terrible movie. I hated that.
I don't know why
Terrible.
who the selection for the cast choice for Lex Luthor, like why?
Yeah,
I know.
that was
Oh
weird.
yeah.
Bryan Cranston would have been so good as
Bro, I would have been fine with the fucking Rock, man. I don't give a shit. Like God, like seriously.
Well, he's
That's
Black
really
Adam
funny.
now.
You
Yeah,
see
exactly.
you see Batman. It's about drive. It's about power. But yeah.
Oh man.
So-
I mean, Shazam was good.
Jam was good.
That was
Yeah.
pretty recent.
I'm honestly like DC. They've been improving.
I feel like
ever
their
since-
solo stuff are usually the best.
But
Yeah.
even like
Nice.
God damn.
Good job.
I was gonna hit a Rick impression in there, but from Rick and Morty, but
Oh.
I came up.
Anyway, you were saying, Andrew?
I was
All right,
saying
Oko was saying. My
This
bad.
guy doesn't even know where the fuck he is right now.
I can't remember.
That belch transported him.
To a better time.
What I was trying to say, excuse you, I
Not,
was
not sponsored by Coke, by the way. One day maybe, I
Just turn
wish,
it around.
but hey, Coke.
what I was trying to say was even the new Suicide Squad, like that was
Oh
good.
god,
James
that was
Gunn.
a
That was
great movie.
great.
That
Yeah,
was
with
so good.
Idris Elba.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
And
It was
speaking
really good. It was
of
funny.
TV shows, how he does the Peacemaker TV show.
I still gotta watch
Yeah,
that.
you guys-
Oh, yeah.
So funny.
You guys just know me though. I'm not really a big movie person.
Yeah,
like
you're
I
a
won't
Lost fan.
I won't see movies unless like I really want to see
Nah,
them.
For me, it's life or death. Like,
Yeah.
If there's a movie that's playing and it's in like 35mm film, I'm calling in for work. I'm sorry.
And you missed the lighthouse too. That was.
I was so,
insane.
and I had to work that day. I got so mad.
Man,
That's another movie. If you doubt Robert Pattinson's acting skills, watch that movie. He was really good.
that's probably what got him like.
I mean, of
Yeah.
course,
There's a couple other films, but that one was. Yeah.
Willem Dafoe was in there, so I mean, you got big competition with Dafoe, but
It's not even competition because he's been acting.
It's hard to
way
believe
longer.
that someone would just up and kill him like that. Don't you think, Patrick? Oh
Are
god.
you in or are you out?
Oh god.
Out of your mind.
So,
Oh man. Stop.
so wait, we're gonna be talking about kind of like awkward moments again.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Awkward moments through one elementary school.
Elementary or just school or just in general. I
I
guess.
can't wait to tell why.
All I
Alright,
can say is
yeah.
that something was in the air that night.
Oh god. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. I gotta think of some stuff, but I'm good to listen to what you guys got
I kind
going.
of gotta go like a little last. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Another best for last.
fair enough.
yeah.
Maybe we could actually talk about. Did you talk about your tomato?
That's
Yeah,
what
okay.
I'm trying to
Okay. Like I apologize, but it was back whatever episode it was when I said that we talked about it, and then I
called you a liar.
called me out. Like, so yeah. So I guess you
Yeah.
could talk about this story because you didn't talk about this one.
Oh,
All
man,
right.
this is hilarious.
Tomato? Something about tomato?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go now?
Sure.
All right. All right. I'm gonna paint this picture for you guys.
Get ready.
You're gonna paint it with red.
I don't know this story.
You don't know this story?
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna paint a little picture for you. So this is like back in grade 1, like 2004. It was in the morning, and I had for breakfast tomato soup. Mom gave me some tomato soup. So I go to school, and we're all sitting at our desk, and I guess it was story time. So the teacher's like, "Okay, guys, okay, children, story time, right?" And we're like, "Yay!" Everyone goes to the carpet except me. I'm still in my seat, and there is just something not right about that tomato soup. So the teacher goes, and she noticed I was still in my seat, so she goes, "Oh, Quan, are you okay?" And just immediately, I don't know what happened. All I just, it just went everywhere. The Nile River, it just turned to blood,
no.
tomato juice. It was just everywhere. And all the girls were like, "Oh my god!" And I remember there's this one kid, and he was like, "Oh my god, cool." And I swear, I was so embarrassed that I'm crying from all the pain from me throwing up. And the teacher, she literally just told me to just go to the office. So somebody just had to clean my throat.
That sucked. That's probably a bad day for the janitor.
It was a bad day for me. Screw the janitor. He gets paid to do
get
that.
all over the carpet and shit.
No, it wasn't even. It wasn't on the carpet. I don't believe it was just on the tile floor.
Okay.
But still, it was everywhere.
How much did you throw up?
Sorry.
How much did you throw up?
What? Let's just say you thought that there was a murder scene that happened there. Like, it was that much red.
maybe that was some bad tomato soup.
It was. Oh my! I don't know what, but I was.
I guess you could say it was not good soup.
No.
Oh man.
No soup for you. It was
Oakwan's got
horrible.
the sauce.
Yeah. I got the sickness that day.
I think I remember throwing up one time before I went to school, and it was my mom used to buy when she used to work at Zarky, so we used to always get our bread from there. And it was
Yep.
these little circle loaves, like the buns, and they were so good. They're my favorite. And I think they actually have them here at Sweet Paradise too.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, so she used to make us. Do you guys remember cinnamon spread?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yes.
remember
Oh no, I know
It's
where
like
this
the butter
is going.
spread, right?
So what?
It's like the butter spread.
Yeah. We gotta
I
put a
remember
picture
that.
up of
Do they
that.
still- do they still
No,
sell
it's
it?
it's been long discontinued.
No.
So now what people usually do now is they'll get butter and cinnamon, and brown or sugar. I think they put it on the toast. And that's basically cinnamon spread.
Oh, okay.
But one time I had it before work or before school, and I was eating it, and then I fucking before we left the house, I threw it up.
At
And
least it was before you went to school.
and it was literally full pieces of bun, and then my mom still made me go to school. It's like
She still made you go to school.
yeah, because I think it's just because
It's such an old school mom.
no, because I think it was just because I ate too fast, and she's like, "Are you okay?" Like, yeah, she's okay. We gotta go, and I was like, "All right." So
We gotta go.
yeah, it's something like that. But I still ended up going to school because I wasn't sick. I just ate too fast, I guess. Oh man, that's the only thing I remember is
I was sick.
I love cinnamon spread, man. I miss that. You gotta bring it
Oh,
back.
I don't like tomato soup.
We should just crack the can over here. You just drink it like this.
Just get me V8.
Yeah, V8. I was about to say that.
Ew.
Hey, we have V8 at work. In the
Remember that time? I don't know if you remember that time at work. Somebody accidentally got a V8. I don't know if it was one of you.
I think it was there.
It was you. And you're like, who wants this? And I was like, I'll take it.
I'll take a like.
Just imagine. Oh!
Who voluntarily takes a V8? Like it's gross.
It's not that bad.
Ew. No.
What is
that
it? Just like tomato. What is it?
It's like a vegetable drink.
It's like tomato juice,
Ugh.
basically.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's fucking
The only
ketchup.
tomato, the only
Liquid
tomato
ketchup.
I would eat is
Soup.
yeah, tomato soup
Oh!
and ketchup. That's it.
Yeah, ketchup is fine.
Oh, I'm just getting PTSD from that one time I got sprayed by a skunk.
I remember that.
Oh, what?
I cast you out from that. I remember that.
Yeah, Luca was at work.
Wait, what?
I
This
remember
happened
that.
recent?
No,
How long ago was
Michael
this?
and I,
Last
my
year.
brother-
This was last year.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Michael and I, my brother, we were, I think we were just getting pizza, and a skunk was like digging into like garbage because our garbage system is like we kind of have it lined up on the side of the street.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a skunk there, and we didn't know until last second, and then of course the skunk got scared. It sprayed us, and somehow Michael got the bulk, even though he was further from me. But we're walking to Shoppers, and we're like, oh, it probably doesn't smell that bad. I don't think we got sprayed that much, and we go in
Bold of you to assume that.
the Shoppers in the.
Oh no.
You know how Shoppers have like the makeup department?
Yeah.
We went in there, and we didn't even talk to her. But then all we hear is, "Oh my god!" And we're like, "It's that bad, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, sorry." So then we went to Luca. We're like, "Do you know what to do when you got sprayed by a skunk?" He's like, "You can get some tomato juice."
I don't know if tomato juice actually works or
I
not.
don't think
But-
so. I think it's just a myth.
Yeah,
a lot of people would get isopropyl alcohol and baking soda.
Yeah.
That's what.
So
they would get.
I'll never forget it too because poor Michael, he took a shower. He bought like 2 jugs worth of tomato juice and just dumped it all over him in the shower, and I could just smell skunk with the tomato juice, and I'm like, It was the nastiest
Dude, you know what's
thing ever.
funny? That night,
How did that not make you throw up?
that night when you came in, when you guys were like shopping for stuff, I remember like I saw you guys and I waved to you as you guys went into the aisle, and then like a customer not too long, like shortly after you guys came in, I was cashing them out, and then they were all like, "Oh, I think someone got sprayed by a skunk," and I'm like, "Yeah, I smell that too. It happens a lot." And then that's when you guys came to my till, and I'm like, "Oh, it was you guys."
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh god! So
I remember
that
that.
reminds me of I don't know if I talked about it on the previous episodes, but my mom so our dog Chiquita, like, so she will open the front door and like my mom goes out with her and she like runs across the street to pee and then comes back.
Yeah.
And one night she
Like you just let her go and
she just runs over. She comes back. She's really trained well. She comes back and listens.
Yeah.
But she ran over. My mom saw her run over, and there was a skunk over there, and she saw her run over to the skunk, and then the skunk ran away, and then Chiquita came back, and she got sprayed.
Ooh.
And my mom let her back into the house, and like me, Ben, and Alex were downstairs playing something, and we're like, do you smell like I'm pretty sure a skunk sprayed in our backyard or like outside? So we were like, okay, we closed the window, and the smell got worse. I'm like, where the hell is that coming from? We go upstairs. My mom's like, I think Chiquita got sprayed by a skunk, and it was so bad. Like I can't even describe the smell of like.
It's
Like
bad, dude.
you know when you know when you can smell when a skunk sprays from a distance. It kind of smells like it's
amplified.
yeah, it's like burning rubber, like
Yeah.
burning rubber in your fucking nose. And like
I
So
can
just
vouch.
imagine how your dog.
she was on the couch and we're like, oh my god, she got sprayed by a skunk. Like, what the fuck? We're like, why'd you let her back in the house? And like we had to. I think we used like dish soap and like some other things. We had to bath like 3 times, but I'm pretty sure somebody that night called 911 or like the fire department because they thought it was a gas leak.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it was
shit.
Chiquita. It was so bad. I like it was the worst thing, and like I FaceTimed Audrey, and I'm like, and I had like me and Ben had fucking t-shirts wrapped around our faces. It was so bad. I'm like, Chiquita got sprayed by a skunk. And like it was so bad that it was like 2:00 in the. She got sprayed at like 10:00 at night. 2:00 in the morning, we could still smell it, and like I was so nauseous that I was like, I think I'm gonna throw up. Like it's so bad. So like.
Yeah.
Like when you smell it outside, like okay, that's skunk spray. But when you smell it like directly on something, it's
bad. It's
Yeah.
worse.
it is the fucking worst.
I-
Yeah.
Oh.
I can vouch because I got I had like this Dragon Ball wallet, and the smell lingered on the wallet, and there's like a metallic part too, and yeah, no, it's
to
not.
throw
You have
it
a new
out.
wallet
Did
now,
you have to
right?
throw it out?
Yeah, I had to throw it. I have the Friday the 13th one. Now.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why.
But
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean, I've almost been sprayed by a skunk this one time when I was coming home from work, and and that's the thing with skunks, they just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm walking, I'm almost like to my house, and the skunk just pulls out of nowhere, and it just had a stare off with me. I was like, and it was just like, it's like,
Yeah, so
all
like
right. And then it has this like cute like walk.
yeah, they waddle. Like they waddle when they run, they like
Waddle,
trot.
waddle.
But like the thing with skunks is like spraying like takes a lot out of them.
Yeah.
And like they try to like they hiss first. They hiss and then like they stomp their foot or whatever and like they try to warn you.
Yeah.
So the best thing you do when there's a skunk is like you like stomp and yell at it. You go get and it'll run. But oh yeah, it is the worst. Like when she got sprayed like directly on, it was like the worst. We had to
Yeah.
bath her like 6 times. She was so like
Damn.
terrified.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I'm careful now when I take Poppy out because yeah, there was one incident too where she almost got sprayed, and it was literally I just opened the door and where like my where my lawn is, she goes there to do her business, and like she just went there and there was a skunk like on the neighbor's lawn.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, so I was like, Bobby, come. And she doesn't know any better. So she's, you know. Yeah, I was like, nah, this is not the time to make friends.
You grab her? Yeah.
I remember when my cat got sprayed by a skunk. It was
Oh my
bad.
God.
It was bad.
Oh, I remember you calling me about that.
Yeah.
I think we were trying to play something, and I was like, "Yo, you getting on?" And you're like, "No, I can't get on. My cat got sprayed by a skunk. We have to bath her." Or
I
whatever."
remember I remember he got sprayed. Like we brought him in and we gave him a bath. Didn't really do anything, and then I came over to your house to. We were playing Manhunt or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when I came home. I'm pretty sure, and then that's when you said, "Are you gonna play?" And I'm like, "No, I gotta give him another bath because it's bad."
Yeah, it is awful. I guess the theme of the day is skunks. Like,
I guess so.
Something stinky.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any weird or awkward stories, Mr. Luca Rossato?
From school or anything.
School or
Anything.
anything? Honestly.
Awkward stories.
That does
Awkward,
not have to do with
embarrassing.
stinking.
I mean,
Puke.
I have a lot of embarrassing moments. Awkward moments, they don't really faze me. Like I just like, it's
Yeah.
awkward. It's awkward. Like, oh well, but whatever.
Lucky you.
That's life.
Anyway, I have an embarrassing story to tell you in like kindergarten or something like that. I think it was kindergarten. But anyways, long story short, I had to poop real bad.
oh no.
Oh, it's a common thing.
Every
with-
Yeah.
time
Oh,
with
it
this guy.
happens. I don't know.
Every time he has
Maybe I just have IBS. I'm sorry. Okay.
Luca Poop Rosado. This guy.
Luca Puzato. What do you mean?
Anyway.
Luca Crapzado. Like,
Anyway, I was a kid.
Diazato.
And I was like, I don't know how old I was, but it was kindergarten, and we were out. I think we were outside doing something, and I really, 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 really had to go poop. So obviously, as like a 5-year-old, what are you gonna do? You're gonna crap your pants because fucking there's no
Well, in your case,
there's no
it's your
toilet
kid.
nearby. So whatever. And then when we went inside the class, and like I remember to this day I remember the layout of the classroom of my kindergarten classroom. It was like the door was on this side, and there was like a bookshelf, and then like there was like the main area with all the mats. We had our own mat, like our own square mat. Like I guess like a piece of poo like fell out of like yeah, like a little nugget or some shit like that. It like rolled down. I don't know. I can't remember how it got there, dude. Bro.
Probably out of your ass.
Wait, hold on. I love how this guy never remembers anything.
I don't.
But remembers the entire layout
Of the
entire
classroom.
classroom.
Yes. That I remember.
I can't remember how this nugget got there. I mean, I probably came out of your fucking ass.
Okay, no, you're right, but I don't remember like it like oh like you know fucking piece of shit. But I don't remember like a piece of shit, you know, falling out of my ass or whatever. All I remember is just like it was like it was like there, like at my feet, and
So
I'm like,
descriptive,
oh,
this guy.
and then I tried like kicking it away, but like it got to like someone else's mat, someone else's fucking like their mat, and their mat was white. So it was easy to spot, right?
And they had to spell the Rosado.
And then I was like being really shy. I was like, oh my god, and then like it just got to the point where like a kid saw it and they're like, it's poop, and then and then me being the only kid at the back of the class, like scared shitless, literally, and like I like as soon as they saw, I remember to this day, as soon as they did that, as soon as they fucking did that, they immediately turned to me and they're like, and they were looking at me because like I was the only one that wasn't there, that wasn't in the group, and they immediately thought he pooped.
Can I follow this story?
Process
Oh, wait, are you done?
No, just
sorry.
about.
Go ahead,
Basically, the teacher was all. I can't remember anything after that, but I guess like the teacher was all like, go to the office or whatever, and then the last thing I remember is bawling my eyes out.
She's
and
like, who's the frig is gonna clean this shit up?
No, because like all I remember is like bawling my eyes out, like in the office with the receptionist, and then my mom picked me up. That's all I remember. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, so to talk about, I have a story, and you guys are gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till you finish. Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, actually, sorry. Just to add to, I'm pretty sure it was the same teacher that left me when I went.
No wonder she left you.
Oh, what the hell?
That makes total sense why she left you there.
Anyway,
nugget,
continue.
She will rot with this crap and just close the door. Okay, so instead of crap, this consists of number 1 and a cab.
Oh,
I remember this story.
So I remember I used to go to this like this day camp in the summer, and I remember for a trip we went to the ROM in Toronto. So I remember when we were coming back, I don't know what happened, but my bladder was just like, nah, I need to let it release. So I was like, I was in the cab for like an hour, and I was holding it, and I was just like, and was there Paul Blart Mall Cop that we're watching in the? I think it was. So we're watching it, and I'm like there
in the
like
cab?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how we were able to watch it, but anyway, so I'm there, and I'm like, with my tippy toes just like pacing back and forth, and I'm like, oh, and the thing about me, I think I mentioned this on the second episode, I don't not like being around anybody when I have to do my business.
Yes.
Like, I can't, like, it's so weird. So I remember I asked the camp counselor, I'm like, how far are we to the campsite? And she was like, oh, just about like 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm like, nope, I can't. So what did I do? I pissed my pants in the cab, and it felt so nice that like I was like, and you just saw steam, and the thing is, it was around all the guys that were in my like group in the cab, and they were just watching me like, well, he had to go.
How old were you again?
Probably 10 or 11.
Okay.
And I was humiliated because I had to go in there, and they pretty much had to hide me because there were girls there too. So they had to hide me and like kind of just shelter me until my mom came.
Okay.
It was
Hey,
that
at least they did that. At least they did that.
Yeah,
for you.
well, no, it can't just have me sitting there with girls like,
Yeah.
oh my god, he bit
Yeah, like me, right?
Get the freak out of here! Just like, yeah. So that's what happened. So note to self, everyone, go to the bathroom before you get in a cab.
I remember it was at I was in the school choir. We went on like some like trip to like perform something when we were singing.
Yeah.
I think what it was, and like I pissed myself like 3 times. Like I kid you not, I was like pissing 3 times. That was before we started to. I think we had to get on a stage for something. And like, I couldn't find the bathroom, so I was running around looking for the bathroom. I couldn't find it, so I just pissed myself.
While they're singing this little light of mine, he's like, I'm gonna let it out. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
But off the topic of accidents, like
Accidents happen.
I think one of the more recent things was when I worked at my first job.
Yeah.
I was taking the garbage out during a windstorm,
Oh,
and my
no.
hat blew off across the street. So like I'm like looking for, I'm trying to figure out where it was. Like it's gone. Like it blew off my head, and I kind of like didn't really like. It was like, nah, it's gone.
Yeah.
And then I saw it blowing across the street, and I had to like. So all these customers saw me running out across the road after my hat. It was probably the most embarrassing thing in my life. I was like, because mine was I was one of the few people that got the baseball caps and then not like the visors.
Oh, I always got the visors.
So I got the baseball cap. So like I saw it blowing across the street, and I had to run across the road for my fucking hat, and it was oh god, all customers got a nice little show that day. That was probably one of the most. Yeah, just a fucking Tim Hortons guy running after a hat. I was like, I didn't want to lose that hat. It was like my favorite hat. So
Just adding the Hanna-Barbera sound effects.
yeah, or yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple more. Man, these are humiliating. And
What was the one that you were saving?
oh, okay.
We gotta save the best for last, though, right?
Is it
Alright.
okay? So
I mean, mine is probably a good starter to transition into yours.
okay, go ahead.
I feel like mine's more tame because
I'm so embarrassed to say this. Okay, go ahead.
one.
Hold on. Actually, it gives me a chance to check this one too.
We need a camera person.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody
So-
wants to volunteer, like, we might not be able to pay you, but
We'll pay you with our.
we'll pay you with food.
back row.
Yeah, we'll buy you a pizza.
Maybe
Yeah.
he said something.
Welcome you to the party.
So
That's why I'm moving. I can't say it. Yeah.
Yeah, you better not.
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know if obviously Okwan has, but if any of you guys had to do like morning announcements for your school.
No.
I did.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. In particular, elementary school, we had to do like these morning readings, and I've never done it before, and I was like the most nervous kid back then. I like had trouble calling like my grandparents' house. Like I couldn't even knock on a friend's door. Like it was that bad. So
Yeah.
anyhow, they told me to do a morning reading. I'm like, oh, this is doom. So everyone was probably making fun of me because I went up there to read. And I'm like, morning, everyone. Today we are. Today it's the most embarrassing thing ever. And when I finished it, I'm like, oh.
Oh, thank God. It's like, great, now you gotta do another one tomorrow.
Yeah. And
That's
so-
just the first announcement. Turn the page over. This is your next one.
Yeah, and it felt like it went on for like 10 minutes, even though it was probably just like,
3 seconds.
yeah, not even. So that was like psychological warfare, I swear. Like, do that to a kid who's nervous, and it's hell. It is. the
Did you
most-
notice that like college, they're not college, high school and like elementary school, well, mostly high school, like they don't really like when you got really bad anxiety, they don't really care for that.
No, they
No.
don't.
Like when you're like, Miss, can I present this like just to you? I have really bad anxiety in the class. Like, no, you got to do it in front of the class.
No. Whatever you could do to the class, you could say to me.
Yeah.
And then they sit there and they're like, because I remember I had a presentation in high school, and I had to do something regarding some Chinese history, but I didn't want to say the names because I couldn't pronounce them. I'm not even gonna lie, I couldn't pronounce them. And we had Asian kids
Yeah.
in the class, so I didn't want to butcher it and them looking like he's so racist. So I told her, I'm like, Miss, I can't say it. Like I and she's like, no, that's okay. She's like, go ahead. And I butchered it, and all the Asian kids were like, what the hell is this? And I was like, yeah, but that sucks because people that honestly suffer with anxiety,
Yeah.
they're like, no.
They don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
that. They
No.
don't.
And it's worse when it's not a group presentation.
Yeah.
It's just a personal
Yeah.
one.
And for me, it's like when I get nervous, I start getting super itchy, but I like sweat at the same time. It's like that internal sweating feeling. It's the worst thing ever. I hate that stuff, but thankfully I'm a lot better now.
Yeah.
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 Back then it was hell.
Okay. Yeah. So this actually goes into what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I have two stories. So, going into morning announcements, I don't know what I was thinking. Little Quan back in the day was just wild. So, pretty much for the morning announcements, what?
Is this the joke? No, you forgot about that one. The joke of the day.
Oh,
Yo, you gotta tell that one.
Oh no!
I forgot about that one.
Oh, why'd you remind me? Okay, I'll
Wow.
tell it after this.
Yeah, oh, God.
So actually, no, I'll say this one first. So we had a principal. I don't know if you remember. We had that female. Screw you, Joe. Okay, remember we had that female principal,
Like for
So
elementary, right?
Yeah, before Mr. Whoever. Yeah, we had that female one, right?
Yeah.
So she was actually a pretty solid principal. She had this thing where we were able to write our own jokes, and she would read them on the announcements if they were good. Well, I thought that I had what it took to be Kevin Hart, and I wrote my own joke. And
You can call it that.
It went something.
If you can call it that.
It was not a joke. It was pretty much what I did was I was like, I want to be on this. I want her to say it, and I was envisioning myself like of her like saying my joke, and I'm like, man, people are gonna love this. So I wrote, and this is me thinking I'm smart. I wrote, what do you call a duck that dives?
Oh.
A diving duck.
Oh, wow.
Genius. So
No, it's not even a joke. It's fact.
I hate you so much right now.
The best part is,
Sorry, go ahead.
the best part is, I would have probably laughed my ass off at that joke if I was my age right now.
No, it's just because it's so stupid that it's funny. Literally.
You guys are the worst friends ever. Actually, no, you guys are the best kids. You actually told me that when it was a bad joke. So anyway, weeks go by, and she's telling other people's jokes on the announcements except mine. So I felt the need to address it to her in her office.
Really?
Yes! Well,
You're like,
I
I
was
feel
like,
this joke is the best joke ever.
no, I went up to her and I was like, yeah, so I gave you a joke, and I'm like, you didn't announce it in the morning. I'm like, what is up with that?
About?
And she goes, okay. So she's like, what was your joke? And I remember I said it like with so much pride and so much happiness
Oh
and
my
joy.
God.
I was like, yeah, what is a duck that dives? A diving duck. And she looked at it and she's like, she's like, yeah, it's supposed to be a joke. And I was like,
That is a joke.
looking back now, I just want to tell my little self, what the freak was I thinking? Like, what? Yeah. Like, I didn't think back then.
What do you call a duck that dives?
No, wait for it. Ready?
A diving duck.
Why does it remind me of Tim Curry going, space?
Space.
But I actually thought that was funny. His was funny. Yeah, so,
Oh my
anyway,
God.
so I got embarrassed with that. But going further with the announcements, so I guess there were times where people would sing. Like, there was a specific girl that would sing on the announcements, right?
Oh no.
She had a talent. And I thought, and I used to, I could sing. So I was like, I'm like, let me see if I could do something. And back then, I was just getting on my, Phil Collins rush.
Uh-oh.
So, screw all you guys, especially
What? Why?
Brother
I said,
Bear.
uh-oh.
I agree with.
Uh-oh.
I don't mind Phil
Yeah, I know
Collins.
you agree.
I don't mind
Brother
Phil
Bear.
Collins.
Hey, I killed your mom. Yay!
I don't mind Phil Collins.
Tell everybody. No, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I go and this
Sorry.
is it's okay. So this is when he was in the group Genesis before he went on to like his solo career as well. So there is a song from the group it's called Mama. And I remember I was like, man, I gotta let this out. I gotta let this out. And I sung if you look it up, that's some homework for you guys. Look up the song Mama by Genesis. When you guys hear it, you're gonna be looking at me like, what was I on? Like, it was that bad. And I sung, it was like 5 minutes of it. And it's literally him just saying, dun 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 dun, mama. Dun 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 dun, mama. Dun dun dun, like literally
That's
the
it?
whole entire. Yeah, and he does like these weird laughs in the song, like and I added that into the song. And I'm like, man, this is awesome. And the principal, like, he was telling me I did a great job, but he's probably looking at me like, this little kid is going nowhere in the future.
Don't forget the janitor too. He hyped you up.
That's where we're going next with this
He's
story.
like, my man Phil Collins.
But he was awesome. Shout out to
Yeah.
him. I can't say his name, but shout out to him. But
Also-
anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Why do I just vividly remember when you were singing? All I hear is, Mama.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Mama.
Yeah, literally. And I did it with so
Wait,
much
you heard
passion.
the announcement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it
Oh.
on the morning announcement. So like, okay, guys, we have a student here. Oquan Hadley is going to sing the song "Mama" by the group Genesis. And yeah, I butchered that.
His pitch kept going higher.
Yeah, I was going back. But anyways, so going back now, talking about the janitor. So there was a time where I had like crushes. Obviously, we've had crushes, right, during elementary. They just
Obviously.
didn't
Great crush,
no,
orange
but
crush.
they just never worked out for me. Period. So
Hey, listen, I think I story, but
I got stories. But anyway, so there was this one particular girl, and I was like, yo, I'm in love with, well, so I thought, I was like, I'm in love with her, this, and that. I was like, I gotta tell her how I feel. And what better way to do it than to surprise her in the janitor's room singing Michael Jackson's Baby Be Mine. So I literally had,
Wow.
I had
You're
a
a romantic.
I was thinking, I thought back.
Wow.
No, clearly I didn't think. I didn't think of the repercussions. So pretty much I had this like burned CD of Michael Jackson's like greatest hits, and I was on it. So I loved Michael Jackson still to this day. I love Michael Jackson, and I took the song. I remember I told her, I'm like, meet me at lunch in the janitor's room, and I remember I didn't even think she was going to show up. So me and the janitor are waiting for this girl to show up.
Oh,
And
that's cute.
she actually did show up. And that's when I was like, I like hit it. And then he pressed it. And then I'm like, I'm doing all my Michael Jackson
Oh my
crap.
gosh.
And she's looking at me like, she looked at me so distraught.
What is this?
She was like, I don't know whether to back out and like tell a teacher or just act like I'm enjoying this. So I did this, probably thinking I'm Michael Jackson dancing, moonwalking when I'm just a stick. And, you know, I did the whole thing. I was like, yeah. And I guess everybody thought at that time we were dating, and I humiliated her so bad. Like, we
Really?
went
Why
outside and everybody, I mean everybody.
Why did she take it the wrong way?
Well, because when you get embarrassed like that,
Well, why
like,
would she get embarrassed?
okay, Luca, I'm gonna
Have
tell
you-
you right now. Wait,
would
Joe.
you,
Joe,
yeah.
hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you saw the way I was dancing and
Okay.
singing, you would be embarrassed too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never
I was
mind
just say,
then.
like, if you
Never
saw,
mind then.
if someone asked you to go into a closet with them and started
It
singing,
wasn't
like,
that.
Okay, never mind then.
if someone said, meet me at the janitor's room, whatever, and you walk in the janitor's room and they start doing this weird fucking dances and singing to you, you would not be like, what the fuck is going on here?
I got the day. Oh man, I was, and then, yeah. So we went outside, and I guess everybody like in our grade was waiting outside. So it looked like we were on the red carpet, and yeah, she was humiliated. Like she was embarrassed. I felt so bad.
Never talk
Like,
to you again?
Kinda.
Yikes.
Well, that's because but that's because I switched schools. Like
Okay,
even
right,
after that
yeah.
incident, like we were fine. But after, to that girl, I'm so sorry. I can't say her name, but like she knows who she is.
You guys don't talk now anymore, I assume, don't you?
No, I haven't talked to her in years, like in a decade or so. But yeah, if she is seeing this, I'm so sorry.
For a decade.
She's probably like,
Lil Quan's just trying to hit the moves, man.
Lil Quan didn't have moves.
Lil Oakwan is just a helpless romantic.
You know, elementary school dating was not really dating. It was like,
No.
hey,
What a joke.
I always see this on. I seen this on like social media somewhere. It was a post, and it was so accurate. It was, hey, what's up? Not much, JC. You? Not much, JC. Oh, cool. I like you.
What's
Do you like
JC
me?
again?
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
So
Okay,
I like
would've
you.
Never guessed.
I
was
like. Oh God, you guys never texted.
What is this riddle?
Nah.
I like
What girl
you.
am I
I like
texting?
you too. Do you want to go out? Sure. I love you. I love you too. And that was.
Or
At least you got I love you. I gotta get away.
Well, it
from
wasn't
you.
me. It wasn't me specifically. I mean, I think I've told girls in elementary school I love them, and they've said back. But it was like
never worked.
I don't really consider any of my elementary school relationships actually real relationships.
No,
It was
I
just stupid.
I consider
Or,
it PTSD.
my favorite stuff was, no, we can't let mom and dad see us holding hands in front of each other. It's so
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
What the? Just hold hands.
Yeah, you guys weren't allowed to hold hands in front of each other's parents and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, especially with my mom.
One time I was dating this girl, and like I video chatted her on like back on the MSN days.
Oh yeah.
MSN.
And then my mom was talking to like her mom, and it was just really awkward. It was like
I never had any of that stuff.
MSN was the shit, man, back in the day. Well,
Never had that.
like people say like I had someone say like you had like the new MSN, like the OG MSN, but like it was But I had like we had like kind of like the newer one, but I missed those days when you like someone would nudge you.
Yeah.
And then you hear like the little tuk-tuk when
I
someone
do.
nudges you, and there's like little animations where they knock on the screen.
That was the best.
That Darth Vader one, he's like, I sense a disturbance in the Force. And there's like 2 stormtroopers behind him, and then Darth Vader farts, and they both pass out.
No.
I think I remember that. Like, I don't know. I can't
And
remember.
then, yeah, they all pass out. He's like, oops, never mind.
Was that was that on MSN?
I think so.
Oh.
I remember
wanna find
those.
that.
I remember those old programs for when you got like an email. It would be like, oh, you have mail, like those things.
You've got mail.
My mom had one on her old computer. It was like a butler. He would come and be like, you have mail, and then he would come back. Yeah, that one was cool.
Do you remember the beep pop 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 beep beep beep?
No.
What is it?
Oh,
Yeah. We never had
I
that.
know
But
what you mean. It's like
dial-up?
yeah, that.
dial-up.
We were. We're not that fucking old, but I just love the like that's what you heard when you tried to send out something. Or,
Do you guys ever remember the one where it was like if it was like the wrong area code and it would say like this area code is not available 2 5.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
say
Maybe.
every time. I don't know why. Every time it would say 2 5. I would literally act like it was a bomb, and I would hang up and throw the phone. Like, yo.
I don't know if you guys ever remember this one, but my favorite what phone my mom had, and if my siblings are listening to this, they'll remember. We'd call her phone, it'd be, enjoy this ring back while we connect your call. Then the song would be doo 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 doo. And it was the funniest thing in the world. And like every time it was just.
Was it like a saxophone?
No, it was kind of like I gotta find the name of the song.
There was
I'm
one
not gonna be
with
able
a
to find
saxophone.
it.
It was like do 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 do.
The best ring back I ever got was I was with my coworker and she was trying to call for a game system for her son. It was Shoppers. Ironically,
Yeah.
she was calling Shoppers. All of a sudden you hear, please hold while we connect your call. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they play that.
and
They
I'm like,
play that.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, can you? And I'm like, if they answer, can you tell them to put you back on hold for the next 3 minutes so you can hear the whole song? I'm sitting there like, talking away. She's like, get the fuck out of here. That was Jimmy. I was like, wait, let me hear. What to say, I'll say.
Yeah, they play that at my old place. They played all the old songs.
That
They
played it by
played,
Tim Hortons, and everyone was like, "Oh," because like I always used to sing it. And I always used to do the.
Oh, this is Joe's song. Did I ever tell you guys the time when I was working? It was around Christmas, and Last Christmas by George Michael came on, and I'm dancing, and I was like, it was the part where he goes, "Happy Christmas."
I wrapped it up in Santa.
Yeah, at that part, I was like, I wrapped it, and I slipped in front of everybody, and I fell on my ass, and everybody laughed at me.
I wrapped it up in.
I was like, I wrapped it up, and it like fell. It's like, and everyone was like, I was like,
Yo, that's embarrassing.
it's so funny.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
That's when I would want to go back and get the camera footage and record it
Yeah.
off your phone. You always have it saved on there.
We probably saved on the camera footage of the security camera.
Yeah, probably. Deletes in 30 days, though. So,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
but I know I've always wanted to get myself like falling and then keep it on record, so I have like a.
That's another podcast story for another time. All the
Workplace
damage
injuries.
stories.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I have so many.
Yeah, you've only been at this new job for like a few months, and you've only had to.
It all over my hands.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
but I don't know, like it's. I have 100% a lot more like embarrassing things. I just can't remember them all.
Yeah.
It happened such a long time ago. I think most of my embarrassing stuff happened when I was a kid. I remember. Okay, I have one more, and Ben will remember this one. He always makes fun of me about it. So we were in the survey, and like we were trying to get money, and we were like going on people's doors and asking if we wanted to rake leaves for $5.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I go to this one guy's door, I knock on his door, and I'm like, "Do you want us to rake your leaves for $5?" He goes, "No." Close the door in my face. And Ben was behind me. Ben made me go and ask him, go to the door and ask. I was like, "Do you want us to rake your leaves for $5?" "No." Close the door in my face. And it was.
Yeah, something similar happened to me, but this person was driving, and I used to live in an apartment.
Oh no.
Like this is like when I was smaller.
Not
and
the old guy, is it?
No.
Okay,
no,
not the
that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So this, I'm playing in the street on my bike, and I guess this car. I didn't realize this car was coming into the apartment complex. So she almost ran me over, and I pulled to the side, and I remember this. She pulled down her window, and remember, I'm like 5, And she was like, she just looked at me and she's like, "You're stupid, eh?" And she just drove off. And I went crying into the house. I ran into the house crying. I'm like, "Oh, this lady coming to me!" I got so mad.
Cry so hard that you puke.
Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just thought of an embarrassing story. You made me remember, but I remember.
Oh, I made you remember something.
Wow.
I remember back in like 2008. I went with my mother to Michigan to visit her godparents.
Mm-hmm.
Flint, Michigan?
What?
You went to Flint, Michigan?
No, I went
Never
to.
mind. Just kidding, never mind.
Okay. So I went there, right, and the godmother had a daughter, and she had kids, right. So I was hanging out with her kids, and I was at their house, and they're all like, "Oh, let's go ride the bikes around the block."
Yeah.
And I don't know how to ride a bike, so I never learned. I never had a bike.
Did you blindly agree to that?
Yeah,
Oh.
I never learned. I never grew up
He's
with
like,
a bike.
"I'll learn as I get on."
I didn't have one, so it never came to me. Right. I had a scooter growing up. That was it. I loved that thing. That thing was awesome. So he was like, the oldest brother was like, "Yeah, let's go ride our bikes around the block," and I'm like, "Okay." And then we were in the garage looking for the bikes. They had like a bunch of bikes, so they gave me one. Like, "Here, you can use this bike," and I'm like, "Okay." I just agreed to everything.
Like,
and
how
then,
he's so scared.
Okay. Yeah, because like I didn't want to tell them. Like I didn't want to be like, "You don't know how to ride a bike. Why don't you know that?" Like I was like 10 years old. Like
Yeah.
of course I didn't want to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
To
that.
be fair, I was a late bike learner too.
So
Oh, I
so
Me
Lots
yeah,
of damage.
Losers. No, joking. I'm joking.
Oh!
so yeah, but we ended up getting on the bike, and then I remember I was walking it for the longest time, and I'm like, I gotta get on this thing soon so they don't start questioning me. And then they were like going up ahead, so I'm like, okay, I guess now's my chance. And then I was going, and I was like, and I was like, I was balancing it for like a good like maybe minute, and then I guess I lost my balance, and then I swerved and I hit a parked car. And I was like.
Oh,
It just goes off.
No, I didn't. Thank God the alarm didn't go off.
Did you just get up and run?
No, like I hit him like man.
It's
I
safe
got
to
like
say that
I got
there was
like
no
so
dent.
discouraged. I got like so sad. I'm like, did they see me? And then he saw like the older brother saw me. He's like, "Dude, what happened? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you know how to ride a bike?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, and he's like, "Why didn't you tell me, man?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then,
You literally, I'm sorry, the stories that you talk about your child, you sound so depressed.
dude, like
You're like-
I was embarrassed. Like I
you're
didn't
like-
want to tell them at first.
I'm just thinking of little Rosado just crashing into a car, and knowing him, that car did not get a dent.
No,
That car-
no, I didn't.
The only dent would be from the bike.
On the bike, yeah.
It's so funny that all I can think of is that one Baphomet meme. Have you ever seen that where Baphomet's riding a bike and then he just falls off and like some guy's laughing at him, so Baphomet like flips him off and then just burns the guy to death.
What the
Fuck? I've never seen
Only
that
Andrew,
before.
I swear.
It's like a little comic strip. I always laugh at it.
Anyway,
Look
but yeah, so that was the last time I ever touched a bike. Oh no, actually, the last time I touched a bike was at your house, and then.
So do you
tried
still
to-
not
Do you
know
still
how to
know
ride a bike?
No. No.
You still don't know how to ride a bike?
No, I don't have one. I never had
I was like,
one.
why are you getting so offensive?
Bro,
I'm
I'm
getting
gonna
offensive.
in the summertime I'm gonna teach you how to ride a bike. You're gonna ride a bike.
No, you're riding a bike.
You're gonna ride a bike. I have a
I have rode a bike in a long
I have a
time, and I
BMX.
think I still know.
My mom has my old BMX still in the garage, but
I mean,
it just needs an inner tube, and then I'm gonna
we're
teach you how
gonna
to ride
be
a bike.
with you every step of the way. Like,
Yeah.
Well, the
Oh, I'm
saying
not
too
scared
is
of that.
with bikes, once
You
you learn,
fucking should
always
be.
remember.
Huh?
With bikes, like once you learn, it's
It's just
ingrained.
It's natural.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
I
know
know
how to
that.
fucking drive a car, you know how to ride you should know how to ride a bike.
yeah, that's actually true.
And that way you can buy. That way,
I learned to
The only
ride. I
thing
learned to
is,
drive a
it's-
car
it's-
before I.
The only
before
thing
to
is, it's
bike.
acceptable to hit a bike on a car. Just don't hit a car. into
No.
a car.
And don't hit a car on a bike.
Haven't done that, so.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And then in the summer, if you can buy yourself a bike, and if your mom has your car, you just
Bike.
take the bike.
Yeah.
Or
Good.
tied onto the car she drives and you're on the back.
Woo!
Mom, you're going fast.
No, I'm gonna get my rollerblades.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my rollerblades.
That
do
place
that
was
too.
a rip-off.
Yeah, I'll get the bike. You get the rollerblades, so you can hang on by a rope, like Napoleon.
That place was a ripoff.
Well, that place
Yeah.
was a
He
ripoff.
just goes to his mom. It'd be nice if you could pull me into town. The music.
Yeah, we gotta teach you how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
That's our summer
Do you know
goal.
how to like ride like a, I don't know, like a skateboard or anything? Or a scooter?
I used to have. I had like a mini. I think it's called a penny board, like the really tiny.
Oh yeah, the
skateboard.
penny boards.
I had one of those. I used to play with that all the time. I wasn't really good at it, but that was the closest thing to a skateboard that I had.
Yeah.
We're gonna teach you how to ride a bike.
I've actually had a skateboard. Just I could never learn how to ride
Yeah.
it for the life of me.
What we did as kids, we had a skateboard, and like we would go to the top of the because our part of the survey is like a slope that goes
Yeah.
down. So we just everyone bought skateboards and would sit on them and then roll down the hill,
Oh, that's sick.
and then or like go on our stomachs and like
Yeah.
yeah, that's all we would do. We wouldn't actually ride them properly.
The
Yeah.
only thing I really did with the skateboard was like do sometimes kick flips, and that's about it. And then like I had a scooter, and all I remember that was just shin injuries.
Yep.
Yep.
Nothing but shin injuries.
You guys remember Tech Decks?
Yeah, I never had one of those.
Well,
I had one.
Luca,
I think I still have one.
at least when you rode your bike, okay, you hit a car, but but at least you didn't hit a grocery cart.
Oh yeah, when you're freaking.
You never even told the
Did you tell
story.
the story before?
No, I haven't.
Tell it.
We gotta
Let's
tell
go.
it.
Yell it.
Okay, I guess this will be the
Where are
last
we at?
story.
Yeah, we gotta wrap.
Yeah, last
we're
story,
at
last
we're
story.
at 55 minutes right now. So
Okay.
Last story.
Last story. So pretty much this is, man, my youth was like just messed, but pretty much I think it was like 12, and I was riding my bike. It was by my grandparents' house, and I was riding down the street, and my brakes just stopped working, and some idiot left a grocery cart in the middle of the sidewalk. So I'm panicking, and I'm like, okay, we got two options. I'm like, I could jump off, you know those thick concrete poles? I'm like, I could hit that and potentially get get into a coma. Like, screw concussion at this point, coma. And I'm like, or two, I could just be a man and just go through the cart and just take it. So I was like, alright, and I closed my eyes and just said, Jesus, take the wheel, and just...
I can tell you that day he did not take the wheel.
No, I took something else.
No,
So-
he was like, you'll be fine.
So
He gave
I
the
guess
wheel.
I guess I blacked out for like a minute or two, and I woke back up, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, that wasn't really that bad. And I looked at my nail, and my whole nail came out of the socket.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm not raising my middle finger. Yeah, it came out. The entire nail was out of the socket. So pretty much
Ugh.
the end of this nail looks like the front of your nail. So just think of that, with gushing blood everywhere. And it's funny because I was screaming in agony and pain. And like unrecognizable, like screaming. And I swear on my life, this kid that was in my sister's class literally was right there. Like his house
Didn't
was
do
right
anything?
there, and I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it was him. I'm like, yo, what the hell are you? You live here? And then he was like, oh my god. So we got his uncle, and I'm like crying. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, and it was like, guys, it's okay, buddy, it's okay. And I'm like, if you didn't live here, like, you wouldn't have been able to save me. Like, yeah, because it just came out of the blue. Like, he just came and he's like, oh my god, and he got his uncle. And I'm like, wait, he lives here? Wow.
Damn.
I'm like, man,
Hey,
small world.
Wow, he lives here? On second thought.
Yeah, with like Coyote Pierce, like, oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. I was like, oh, wow, you live in this neighborhood?
You know, like the scene in Ace Ventura when he gets the arrow in his leg and he's like, it's literally
Yeah, so pretty much I had to get open like surgery, and I was actually awake for it. They gave me what is that stuff called again?
Anesthetics?
Did they inject it?
No, not anesthetics. That knocks you out.
Not insulin.
Numbing cream?
It was pretty much, it numbed my finger.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they put a needle in my
needle.
finger, and it was a bunch of like med students that were watching.
Uh-huh.
So they're like, yeah, would you mind? And they asked me, they're like, would you mind if we had like med students come? I'm like, sure. I'm like, I'm 12, I don't care. So I'm like, as long as this gets repaired, I'm like, I don't care. So they're there, and I'm like, I have my hand like I'm getting a manicure just on the operating table, and they're like, yes. So as you
my
see,
fingers
the
are all
incision,
like-
we got to make the incision on the nail so it gets into the socket. So I'm like, I'm like looking at it like, oh my god, this is
Ew.
surgery. I thought of it so cool, and
not
all,
look
all
at
you
it.
just hear are just like, sorry for this, but all you hear is
Oh,
all you heard, like just the skin peeling, and I was like, whoa. And then they put
You
this
sure
like,
you weren't on something?
no, it was.
no,
They didn't
I
give you
swear,
anything?
I took that like a champ.
It was
Okay,
probably
okay,
it was a
okay.
mix between the numbing thing and adrenaline. You
And
probably
then,
saw
yeah,
you know what's
adrenaline.
funny?
Yeah.
The funny thing is, before they actually injected me with that numb
Yeah.
cream, I'm crying, and my grandmother's like standing there watching me, and I swear, only Caribbean parents. I'm standing there crying, and my grandmother looked at me, I'm like, I'm not gonna have a nail, and I'm crying. My grandmother's like, oh, Quan, they're gonna repair it. Like, calm down. Like, she literally was just so tired of me crying, and I can't blame her. She was just tired. She's like, shut up. Like, just thinking that. So, yeah, so they repaired it, and I got a huge, like, thick white bandage on me. So I'm like,
Gosh,
hi,
yeah.
guys. So, yeah, that was
Go
my,
my boo-boo. You
yeah, that
really
was,
kicked my
it
boo-boo.
killed, though, afterwards, but, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, whatever you do, guys, just make sure your brakes on your bikes work, and don't go into a grocery cart.
Ouch.
Take it from this guy. So,
I guess
yeah.
you hit the nail on that one.
I wonder how that happened though. Like, how
What?
did like did
He
you,
flew into
your
it.
your finger?
I
got
wonder if
caught,
you, like-
right?
Because it got caught. You know where the handles are,
Yeah.
in the, those like square
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
holes.
Oh,
So I
okay.
guess when I crashed into it, it just got caught, and it just.
Oh.
like flicked like that.
It went-
Okay, got it.
I hate that. I
Ouch.
hate it. Makes
I-
You hate it. I hated it.
it makes my fingers all like I can't ball my hands in a fist.
I'm
like,
glad.
all weak
I'm
feeling.
glad to say that I've never broken a bone before. I've never had like a major injury like that before. The only thing that's happened to me, like medically, was when I fainted 3 times.
Yeah.
That was it.
I had like when
At
I climbed
Christmas.
the park. My dad let me climb the park when I was way too young, and
Oh, no.
I fell off and hit my head on the stones and cracked my head open. I was like a toddler. I was,
Damn.
A toddler.
yeah, but my dad's a fucking idiot. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah. What was the hell was he doing? He was supposed to
Another
watch you.
I don't know, probably on something.
Probably.
I remember when I had before I got my braces, I had 4 teeth extracted, and they didn't put me under.
So you were just there like.
Yeah, they put numbing stuff like the numbing needle in, but the thing is, like, I was still awake from that, and it was just like, and then
Yeah.
for my teeth. And
Oh,
I'm
so
like,
they ripped it out pretty much. Yeah.
like they
broke
just
your
wiggled it, and then.
So he's there like, Mr. Rosado, are you feeling any pain right now? Alright!
No, but on this, it was either this side or this side. They didn't put enough. Like they
Yeah.
didn't put enough numbing thing on it.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I felt
no.
the entirety of it. Well, not the entirety, but I felt it.
Yeah.
And then I remember when he finally got that one, I was like, okay, you did a really good job. I'll just be right back. And yeah, just wait here.
Yeah.
And then I'm just sitting here like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was annoying.
So, messed up incidents in our childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, traumatizing.
That's
Traumatizing.
Traumatizing.
Filled with poop and bike crashes.
Michael Jackson dancing janitor room dancing to
Jeez.
girls and man. There's just some memories that you have locked to forget and you just think
Yeah.
unlock.
What do you call duck that dives?
A diving dive!
You dive your way out of this room right now.
Comedic
Alright.
genius!
yeah.
Oh. Anyhow,
Yeah. With that,
I think we're wrapping this
I
up.
think we'll have to wrap this.
Yeah.
we'll wrap it up. More than Oquan's finger.
Yep.
Definitely go see the Batman if you
Oh,
can.
yes.
Maybe go see the Batman.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna see it for like a 3rd time.
Yeah. And
Oh, for
please.
sure, hands down.
Check out our
Gaming
gaming.
video?
Yes, our gaming
Yeah.
episode. That's
Please
Mario Party.
keep an eye out for our merch, our website.
Yes, we
We're
can't
gonna-
stress this enough.
Yeah.
Our merchandise, it looks super dope. We can't wait for you guys to see it, let alone buy it, because once you see you guys, you're.
We really hope you guys can rep us, and
Exactly,
And
and sorry.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. So I was gonna say our merch. Once you buy our merch, not only are you supporting us, but potentially you guys will be getting more fans to us. More people will be interested and say, "Hey, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know the Gym Hall Rebels?" Which then will give us more fans, more support, more love, and then we give you guys more merch to buy. So
Hell
you
yeah,
know,
dude.
and I think you guys got to understand as well is that. The money from this merch is what makes this podcast great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All
It's
the
gonna
money-
help us
Exactly.
definitely,
Better
indefinitely.
cameras, better mics.
Better mics,
Yeah.
better
Tables.
setup. Yeah, better tables.
Well, we need tables first.
Oh no! Yeah.
No, we definitely need. But yeah, I was gonna branch off on that. Yeah, Lucas, gonna branch off on that. Like, please, like share us, share us, post us everywhere, like get our names out there, because
you
we
just
really
have to be like telling like any of your coworkers, any of your friends, be like, hey, you listen to podcasts? Look, the Gym Hall Rebels.
Yes.
You know, just anything, you know, to just try and support us, because you know you guys have been loyal fans to all those people that I'm talking about. Those fans, if you know, you guys have been supporting us from day one. We love you guys, and we just want to see this channel grow.
Yeah, and we were gonna have a guest person today, but they weren't ready for it. So like, if you guys are wondering, like, oh, you said we were gonna have guest people on, we are.
Good thing that you mentioned that, because if you would potentially like to be a guest on this show, contact us. We have all of our links where you can contact us, our Instagram.
If you wanna chat with us directly, join our Discord. That way you can give us suggestions.
So just DM us anywhere and give us a topic, what you want to talk about, and
potentially you could be shown on this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you even want to make a call, we can answer your call.
Yes,
exactly.
that works too.
You guys have our personal numbers, our group.
Oh yeah.
Channel number.
Our social insurance.
We're everywhere. Like, you guys can contact us
we can't
anywhere.
hide. There's no hiding.
Yeah.
So don't be like, what? I didn't know. You know now.
They think I'm in the shadows. I am the shadows.
Maybe it's on your shoulders.
Anyhow, that's gonna do it.
So with that,
obviously, Rebels, we are out.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
Stay spooky.
Oh.
Good night.
Bye.